And now, from the Extremely Quiet People's Club in Toronto, live before an audience, it's...
Frantic Time!
Hello, I'm Mr. Interesting. If you took every grain of sand on the earth and laid them end to end, you'd probably be working for the government.
Great giant titans, the men and or women who changed the course of world events, made their mark on history and then died just as miserably as the rest of us. Today, Great Giant Titans looks at the life of Germany's greatest fighter ace, the Red Baron.
Baron Manfred von Richthofen, or Manny to his friends, was the most famous German pilot in the First World War and one heck of a short-order cook. Richthofen's mother was Mary Margaret von Trapp, a noble but ugly woman whose relationships with men were always brief.
Howdy there, mein Herren!
Oh, Barf, are you a pig? Here's a Deutschmark. Go away!
Soon she was a rich woman. But one day, inexplicably, Manny was born.
What? Howdy, Ma.
Historians suggest Richthofen's father was either a blind man or a communal hot tub. At the age of 5, Manfred's mother taught him to fly. Unfortunately, this was 10 years before the airplane had been invented. Despite his humble beginnings, Manny dreamed of being a great man someday.
Me and Wayne Gretzky, man, oh man.
Manny grew into a fine young man, wearing a black hat, a vest, chaps, and no pants like the cover of Honcho magazine. But just when he thought all there was to life was straddling chairs and hanging around weight rooms, the war began, and Manfred was called to arms. His legs quickly followed.
War is stupid, and people are stupid, and this thing is stupid, and so...
There were few pilots in Germany, so a general call went out.
I'm General Call. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
And when he returned, he brought Manfred von Richthofen.
I won't fly, you can't make me.
Stop crying and get in your airplane.
Oh, an airplane, well, it's different, of course.
Manfred's first missions were fairly simple, routine reconnaissance flights.
Well, Richthofen, what did you see?
I saw little duckies and piggies.
Enough of that nonsense. Did you see any horses?
Tons.
In the second year of the war, both armies got the hang of it, and millions died horribly. The war had turned ugly.
Oh, Bob, here's a Deutschmark, go away.
But the war would not go away. It sat there smiling. The French Air Force was reeling. It was running out of brave young Canadians to send to their death. Richthofen knew every trick in the book.
Power dive, hammerhead stove, Lindy hop, joy buzzer, hey Rookie, what's the little rabbit out of my hat?
By 19-something or other, Richthofen had received the Iron Cross, the Kaiser Bun, and a lifetime subscription to Gent, home of the D-Cup. The British pilots gave him a nickname.
Let's call him Newbie Now. No. Let's call him Pudding Pie Peter. No, something really embarrassing like the bloody Red Baron. Oh, good thinking, Dinky Dum. Oh, thank you, Pookie Wookie Bum Bums.
The name stuck until it was oiled. Richthofen gunned down Americans, Brits, Peruvians, even a beagle on a doghouse. It was then, or near then, that Baron met Canada's ace in the hole, Captain Brown. For 3 hours the battle raged. Then they broke for lunch. When they returned, they fought some more. Finally, the poor Canadian pilot ran out of ammunition.
Now I've got you, you canuck flying fool!
And it would have been true, except that Manny Richthofen had run out of gas.
Oh, that hurts so much, I'm dead.
When Richthofen died, short-order cooks all over the world flew their aprons at half-mast. If Richthofen were alive today, we can only wonder just how wrinkly he'd looked.
Next week on Great Giant Titans, Vladimir Lenin, his hopes, his ideals, his toupee.
This portion of Frantic Times was brought to you by Chester Spivey's Trailer Park.
At Chester Spivey's Trailer Park, the fun goes on till Wednesday night you'll see. There's fun for the whole family, and infants get to stay for free one night. We'll sell you electricity and clean restroom facilities, alright. What a sight. At Chester Spivey's Trailer, a lot of good times, what you got in store. With guys with beer
I'm Mr. Interesting. Here's an interesting fact from nature. Large-shelled turtles from the Galapagos Islands live 400 years, but chocolate turtles from Smiles and Chuckles are best before November 3rd.
Excuse me, I'd like to buy some French pastry.
Well, monsieur, we have quite a selection in the display case here.
Oh, what are those lovely things there?
Tarts, Cyrano, a fine brittle letter pastry, cradles a fluffy whipped chocolate mousse, thick almond creme, topped with chocolate shavings and filled with triple sec liqueur.
Oh, smeared on my face.
Pardon?
Smear the tart syrup on my face, please.
Are you crazy?
All right, put it in a box. I'll take it home.
You're going to smear it when you get home, aren't you?
Oh, there's no law against it. Any food can be eaten. These pastries, they deserve better. They deserve to be smeared all over me.
All over there?
Oh, I mean my face. Just my face.
Well, there are no customers in my shop.
A great one, tart syrup. Oh, gush into my face.
I cannot bear to watch.
Oh!
Like that?
Yes! Oh, more! Another tart!
A pink mousse.
Yes, go for it!
D'accord.
More! Oh!
Like that?
Oh, yes!
A strawberry flan.
I can't stand it anymore! I'm gonna roll in your display case!
Oh.
Pour chocolate sauce all over me!
Oui, monsieur.
I'm in heaven!
Mon Dieu! A customer! Bonjour, madame. May I help you?
Yes, I'm having the Ladies' Bridge Club over and I need a special dessert. My God! You have a naked man covered in chocolate cream and fruit in your display case! That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Where's my pencil? No, it's not your pencil. That's my
Settle
pencil.
down, class. Settle down. I trust everyone finished their homework on the theory of evolution?
Yes, Mr. Powell.
Fine. Today, class, we have a guest, Reverend Jimmy Bob Tucker.
Good morning, Reverend Jimmy Bob Tucker.
God loves you, boys and girls. He really does.
Reverend Tucker is a member of a very powerful organization called the Moral Majority. They have pressured our school board into forcing science classes to teach all forms of creationism.
That's right. Now, boys and girls, in the beginning...
Hold on to your Bible belt, Reverend. Your organization did specify all forms of creationism.
What are you talking about?
Class, I'd like you to meet Chief Running Deer from the Seven Nations Indian Reserve.
Good morning, little ones.
Good morning, Chief Running Deer.
According to Iroquois legend, a supreme being in the form of a woman fell from heaven and landed on a turtle in the mud. The turtle made the woman pregnant, and the woman gave birth to a daughter, who gave birth to one good son and one bad son. The bad son killed the mother, and then both sons helped the supreme being to finish making Earth.
Thank you, Chief Running Deer.
That's all very quaint, Tono, but let's move on to Genesis.
One
now.
moment, Reverend. Class, is there any scientific evidence to support this theory?
What?
Well, my aunt had 2 boys, and one was bad.
Good. Monty?
How did the turtle make her pregnant?
That's for health class, Monty. Now let's hear the next theory.
Brothers and sisters...
We're going alphabetically, Reverend Tucker. Class, please welcome Miss Ingrid Sorensen from the University of Oslo.
Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning, Miss Sorensen.
According to the Finnish Yorick legend, God spat into the sea. His saliva grew and grew. So God poked it with his stick, and out came the devil in the form of a goose. God ordered the goose to dive to the bottom of the sea and bring up some sand, and God made that sand into the earth.
Thank you, Miss Sorensen.
This is an outrage.
You wanted all theories taught.
No, I wanted our theory taught.
Children, is there any evidence to support this theory? Monty?
I poked my spit once, and a goose came out of it.
That's a lie.
Well, it wasn't a big goose.
Yes. Our next guest is Mr. Mohammed Ali Sudan from the university's Ancient Egyptology Department.
Thank you for inviting me, Mr. Powell.
Hello, Mr. Sudan.
Hello, boys and girls. The ancient Egyptians believed that Ra, the hermaphrodite sun god, made the earth from a pile of dung.
Now, this is ridiculous.
Is there any evidence to support this theory? Monty?
Calgary?
Very good.
Enough of these cockamamie legends. I demand that my theory of scientific creationism be taught.
The floor is yours, Reverend.
Bless you. Now, boys and girls, first God created the earth and the universe and all plants and animals in 6 days. Then he made man from mud. Clay. Then he made woman from man's rib. And then there was this snake and an apple.
I believe you.
Oh, shut up.
I used to be a hunter, stalked wild game, killing birds and beasties, felt no shame. Then one day went hunting, shot a doe, shot right through her forehead. How was I to know? I shot Bambi's mother. Now I feel so bad. I shot Bambi's mother. I made Bambi sad. Now the deers all hate me. Thumper too. Greenpeace now berates me. And Disney plans to sue. I'm so sorry that she's dead. When I think I could have shot the littlest hobo instead.
In the continuing search for innovative programming, Frantic Times presents a man yelling at a loaf of bread.
You stupid bread! You dumb bread! I hate you! You loaf! You're brown, you know that? Brown, you hear me, bread? Hey, bread! Make my day, come on! I dare ya!
More later. Bye for now.
Howdy, everyone, and welcome to the Fishing with Live Bait show. I'm John Live Bait. Joining me is my old fishing buddy, Cole Peekers.
Yeah, that's me, and a big howdy to y'all out there.
Today we're fishing on Babin Lake in British Columbia.
It's just a perfect spot, you know, John.
Yeah, sure is.
Lots of bulrushes, logs, real natural for lake trout here.
Well, enough chit-chat. We came here to fish.
Well, let's get to it then.
Now, usually I'd be using a worm with a float. But today we're trying something a little different.
Oh, yeah.
A Bengal tiger.
What?
And get the tiger out of the bait box, Cole.
Oh, well, okay, sure, John. Whoa.
While Cole puts the tiger on the hook, I'd just like to say that our sponsor is Norwegian Chew, the chewing tobacco that tastes like you're sucking on a Viking.
I got him hooked, John. I think worms are easy.
Yeah, but just watch the results we get with this tiger. Cast her out, Cole.
Okay, here we go. Whoa. Now what, John?
Now we just sit back and enjoy nature.
Okay.
Pass the box of Oreos there.
Oh, look, the float just went under the water there.
Oh, it's pretty quick. I think we got us something here, Cole.
Yeah.
Get the net. I'm reeling her in.
Okay, I got the net. Let's just take a look and see what we got here. Oh, darn, the tiger's gone.
Oh, yeah, the tiger must have got nibbled off the hook.
Those trout are clever critters, aren't they?
Hey, Cole, why don't you just hook us on another tiger?
Oh, what looks like we're at the tigers, John.
Then you'll just have to hook yourself on.
Oh, okay. That's sharp.
Join us again next week on the Fishing with Live Bait show. I'm John Live Bait for Cole Peekers.
Bye!
Hello, I'm Mr. Interesting. Here's an interesting fact. If you took all the people in China and marched them off a cliff 4 at a time, you'd be in big trouble with the police.
Yes, sir. May I help you?
Why, yes, you may. Thank you very much. I'd like to buy a pair of casual shoes. I mean, if that's no trouble.
Certainly, sir. No trouble at all.
I mean, I wouldn't want to put you out.
No, you wouldn't be putting me out. It's my job.
What a marvelous attitude. So unselfish.
Well...
Oh, excuse me. How rude of me. I'm sorry. I forgot to ask you. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Really? Everything's going perfectly well. I mean, you're not just saying that.
Were you looking for running shoes or suede shoes?
You know, I don't know. What do you think would suit me best?
I couldn't say. I don't know you.
Well, that's the pity of it, really, isn't it? The city just builds these walls between us. We don't really know each other.
Perhaps if you told me the size.
Or perhaps if I told you some of my life goals, my beliefs, my aspirations.
And the size.
Oh, 10.5.
Thank you, sir.
Sir! Sir, will you listen to us? Sir, come on, please. Call me Ted.
Here's a nice white 10.5 runner.
And what should I call you?
Miss. Or ma'am.
Oh, a woman of mystery, is that it?
No, a sales lady.
Oh, no. Oh, no. You are more than just a salesperson. You're a human being.
Look, I serve hundreds of people every day. I can't treat them all as human beings.
Sure you can.
No, I can't. And they can't all treat me as a human being either.
Sure they can.
No, they can't. Sociologists have shown a person can only assimilate a society of up to 90 persons. So unless you live in a tribe in Kenya, it's impossible to treat everyone as a human being. The I-thou relationship, which Kant speaks of, is impossible to sustain in a city of 2 million. So we have to be content with the less satisfactory, dehumanizing I-it relationship. We have no choice.
Sure we do.
No, we don't. And I want you to stop treating me as a human being this instant. Do you understand?
Well, if that's what you want.
Now, do you want to try these shoes on?
No.
You don't want to walk around in them?
No, I'll just pay for them and go.
Oh. Well, fine then.
How much?
$29.95.
Here you go.
And, here's your change.
Right.
Oh, thank you. Come again.
Right.
Goodbye, Ted.
Oh, goodbye, ma'am, miss.
Mary.
Goodbye, Mary.
Goodbye, Ted.
When you start your day, start it off right. Start off nice and warm or you will be uptight. If your toilet seat is cold, you'll be tense and nervous. So call Fanny Fudger's toilet seat warming service. No one likes the frigid shudder of a cold toilet seat. For just pennies a day, Fanny Fudger or her fat sister will drop by and warm it up for you. As you pad your way down the hall to the washroom, you'll be relaxed because Fanny was there to make it right. For that warm all-over feeling, call Fanny Fudger's toilet seat warming service. Fanny makes it warm just like your mom used to. Come into the detective's room, Mrs. Hudson.
Thank you, officer. The police have been too kind.
Well, you're white. Now, we like to get the facts while the robbery is still fresh in your mind.
Hi, Captain.
Oh, Clark. Mrs. Hudson, this is Constable Clark.
Hello.
He is the police artist. It's a sissy job for a cop, but someone has to do it. Now, can you describe the man who robbed your store?
Yeah, and I'll carve a mock-up of him.
He had a big Roman nose.
Okay. Like that?
No, more pointed.
Right. Chisel that down.
Some rock chip went in my eye.
It's not rock. This is pure Colubrian marble.
Steady, Clark, steady. Hey, the lady doesn't know.
Well, it ain't easy being a police artist. Using my badge for a chisel, my gun for a hammer.
Yeah, now, what about his skin, ma'am?
His skin was white, curly hair, furrowed brow.
Right.
His face was turned to the left, big eyes, full lips,
right.
Slingshot on his left shoulder,
okay.
right hand at his side. It was oversized.
Yeah.
Oh, but I thought it balanced him out.
What was he wearing?
He was nude.
Oh.
Tall, athletic, muscular, and uncircumcised.
Uncircumcised. There. Like that?
Smaller. That's him.
Looks familiar. Gary Coleman.
No. Michelangelo's David.
Only one man can capture a vicious late Renaissance sculpture like David.
Ted?
No, his brother, Mr. Canoehead.
Oh.
When danger is spelled with a capital D.
When crime is spelt with a capital C.
When no is spelled with a capital N or a capital K.
People call for one man.
Mr. Canoehead.
Brother of Ted.
That's me! Mr. Canoehead, a mild-mannered insurance clerk till a bolt of lightning welded a canoe to his head.
Now he battles crime.
All right, David. We know with a K, not an N, that you're in there. Come out posing, or we'll come in shooting.
One move, copper, and Venus de Milo loses more than just her arm.
Help! Save me!
It's a standoff.
Hello, officer. May I be of assistance?
Mr. Canoehead, you're just in time. David and his gang, the Quarry boys, are holed up in that art gallery. We'll have to starve them out.
Statues don't eat.
Well, then we'll have to use tear gas.
Statues don't breathe.
Well, then I guess we'll have to go home and watch TV.
Not so fast. I've brought along Michelangelo's Pieta to talk with them.
Good. Lady, start talking.
David?
What?
Are you in trouble? I don't want you hurt. I've already got one body on my hands.
Get her out of here, coppers, or I'll turn Venus de Milo into a bust!
Didn't work. Well, I guess we're going home.
No, wait. I have a picture frame here. Tell your men to hold their fire. I'm going in.
Hey, you! Hold it right there! Who the hell are you?
I'm the painting, Woman Carrying a Canoe by Alex Colville. I want to join your art gang.
Oh, all right, come on in here.
Thanks. Now taste Gunnels.
Let's go! Oh, no! He's a forgery! It's Mr. Canoe Head!
What?
And you'll be gravel if you don't surrender.
All right, okay, we give up.
Yeah, just don't hurt us.
Oh, Mr. Canoe Head, you saved them.
No problem, Miss DeMilo, or, may I call you Venus?
I could really go for you, Tin Top.
Really? But I'm not a statue.
You may not be art, but I know what I like.
And so ends another episode of Mr. Canoehead.
Next week, Mr. Canoehead has a menage a trois with a catamaran.
Oh, boy.
Don't go in, you might not come out. The air smells like death. It's as dark as a grave. There's strange creatures lurking about. It's a gas station washroom. Traveler's hell. Gas station washroom. Oh God, what's that smell? Enter this black full of horrors. You must go because nature calls. A zombie mechanic gave you the pass key. Don't look! There's no doors on the stall. You scream at the wall that has never been flushed. The lid is the color of rust. The handle is cobweb, the seat is disease. The floor's a mysterious cross. It's a gas station washroom. You're trapped here forever, my friend. Gas station washroom. You've reached this road's end. Gas station washroom. Gas station
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You have been listening to Frantic Times, conceived, written, and performed by the Frantic.
Oh, who are they?
Dan Redican, Paul Chatto, Peter Wildman, and Rick Green.
Oh, I like Rick Green.
Good.
Really good. I like him a lot.
Special guest was Mag Ruffman.
Rick Green has some funny characters.
Sound effects was Anton Zabo.
That Rick, I like the work he does.
But the technical production was Brian Dawes.
Yeah, that
He's
Rick,
nice.
He overcomes those technical problems, and he's
Frantic Times was produced by David Milligan.
His voice is so good. He could just,
David's good.
Rick is better though.
This episode of Frantic Times was
Rick is one of the major
in studio
of the
and paid
Canadian
for by Rick Green.
Yeah, I love Rick Green.
I like